Hello everybody, I am back today with my second sea journal, Under the Sea. You can see here it is a chunky monkey. So to start off with this beauty, she is approximately 6 by 9 or so, and the spine is 2 inches. And I did a little dangle here, you can see, with some ribbon, some shells strung together, and this beautiful glass bead, painted bead. And that's, you can detach it if you don't want it there. And then I have my nameplate that I embossed over top there. And then let me hold it this way so you can really get a view of all of the shells that are on there. And this is the same as the other one. I glued these down. I put some layers of acrylic spray on top as a sealant. I added all my paints and oxide sprays and some gold flakes and things, and then when I was finished I went over with a really nice thick layer of Mod Podge I wanted to protect the shells so they didn't smash. So it's nice and sturdy now. And then this is my sari silk trim that I braided, just kind of a messy braid to go around. So for the inside of this journal, I have a lot of my specialty papers. Like this is one of my painted papers here. And I have a lot of my eco-dyed papers I will point out as we go. And as always, I will put all the kits that I used in digitals in the video description. I also used, as you can see here, I have these fancy sari silk trims that are all embellished with sequins, some with beads, and they are sticking out everywhere. So these are trims I've been saving for a while, and I just got them all out for this. So you can see all the beautiful trims there. On the first page, I got my vellum pocket, one of my tags that I made. All the tags are nice and thick, I made them, and some are watercolor paper that I painted or dyed, or cardstock. Rice paper here. In the pockets, have some little printable guys. And my little tags, I just loved all these little tags that I made. Let's go somewhere where the stars kiss the ocean. And on all of these tags, I did a lot of different things. I did so much embossing. I kind of went crazy with my embossing powder. And this just has a little shell and a rusted pin here. So here you can see this is my eco-dyed paper. This is a linen paper also, so it has that really nice feel to it. I always say it kind of has a velvety texture to it. And then this beautiful trim. You just have a little tuck here and some gold trim. And a little sea creature lady. And I have a bunch of quotes throughout, ocean quotes, sea theme. This one says, "Blue is known as a sad color, but when I see the ocean, all my sorrow is washed away." That's me. I love the ocean. So here's one of my dyed and then paint splattered papers. And a piece of trim on there. Here I used a matte page, a little bit of lace, and I just turned into a pocket on this side. Swim with the tide. So on a lot of these printables, I wanted to alter them somehow just to make them a little more unique and special. So this one, you can see the shimmer there. I added some perfect pearls Here we have a little tuck, and this is one of my altered photos. And here I have a tracing paper envelope that I made, and one of my mixed media tags. These turned out really great. Here just have more of a tuck. So on this page, I did gesso and then I added some embossing glaze on top of it, and then made a little tuck out of this shell. And also with these printables, I backed everything with tea stained paper, and this one, I used my embossing glaze on these papers. This page, so you can see the shimmer here. So I added, the white part is some gesso, and then I also used the perfect pearls. And I did sewing on, I want to say pretty much every page. I did sewing around the edges. Here's the other side of the map page. So I just have two little printables here tucked in, and one of my mixed media tags. And here you can see my big fish underneath here. Got him, he's embossed. I did some texture paste with embossing powder on top of it. These are just, I loved the way these tags turned out. I love the backgrounds too. And another one of my seashell dangles. A nice open page here, just some little stamps. Something that I made later on, this is just paper clipped in here. I was going to glue it down on a page, but I decided just to include it in here, and the recipient can just put it, you know, wherever you would like, glue it in or not. And here another vocab word for beach. I used some fancy gold mirror trim, little piece to embellish. And here you can see my green eco-dyed paper. And the other side of the rice paper. And here I've got a pocket with some goodies in. Printables. Now we're getting to my absolute favorite page of all of the pages that I did, and I did a lot of pages, is my People Mermaid page. I love her. It says, when he kisses her, storms rise beneath her skin, for she is the ocean and he her moon. Like a handmade paper. And then I embossed around my submarine window. Lots of stuff going on this page. I did stenciling, I did stamping, we got some die cuts. This is one of my dyed papers. Again, it's the linen papers. It's got that great texture, and I just thought this looks like an underwater scene with some, you know, when some light would come in. So I thought that was perfect for here. And then we get to my mermaid page. I've got our vocab word. Here I have a dangle that was an earring. This was just sent to me, and I thought this is perfect to add in. It's a little dolphin with a stone. Got our beautiful embellished trims here. Some die cuts. Underneath here I have a lot of different layers. I have gesso. I used some white embossing powder, and then I also have the perfect pearls on top of that. I wanted it to look like magical. And my mermaid, she is also embossed. I have a nice big area for you to do your own spread. Dictionary page here. Packing paper. This is one of my book pages that I turned into a pocket. So here we have some little goodies. This is one of my distressed photos. Also, I have videos. I have a playlist that I made of videos making all of the goodies that went into these journals. So I show how I constructed the pages out of book pages. I show how I did all the distressing my photos and even all of the tags if you're interested. Here, this is the hole that I cut out from my mermaid, and I just used it to make a little kind of tuck here. So we have another one of these cards, and these I went over with a micro glaze. So if you've used that, it just has a really nice, soft, silky smoothness to it. And then another one of my tags with, I made dangles, put a little shell on a handmade paper button. And then this page, we are at the center of this signature. Here, I just put a little dangle with a goodie here. So this is another reason why this is bulky, all these shell dangles, you know, kind of make it a little bulkier. And in the center of all the signatures, I put some colorful buttons, and some of them do hang out of the very bottom of the journal here. This is actually on the side, this paper clip is an altered paper clip. So this is actually the paper clip made out of a book page, and it has two little tuck spots. So I have a little mini tag that I made, and this is just an envelope with a little mini clip here holding it closed. It just opens up for some little writing space, and it has a map with a ship on it. I have a large tag in here. It's always ourself we find in the sea. And the picture of the two girlfriends at the beach. And then here, these are just clipped on here. I just folded this page. We have the other side of the dictionary page. Some more of that gray rice paper. Another one of the printable pages. I put the paper doll on. Added some die cut. So here you can see lots of shimmer in the background. And this is all I did with gesso and a stencil, and then the perfect pearls on top. And I went over the fish too. And just a little goodie that is tucked in there. My dyed paper on this side. I did leave some blank pages so you can add your own goodies. And here's the other side of my mermaid page. Just have a little page in there. This is more linen paper that I dyed. I just really love these soft colors, really pretty, and it goes perfectly with this trim. And here, I also love this paper. I added a belly band here. And we have another one of my mixed media cards. A rising tide lifts all boats. These journals are definitely, you know, it's a treat to go through visually, but it's also a tactile, very tactile experience. This is postcard, vintage postcard I put in. This paper is beautiful. Tomorrow's got to be sunny. Little music page there. Here. So this page, these are kind of fun. This is an envelope that I put on the side here. So you can see here I did clusters with some sea creatures. I embossed all of this, so it has that nice feel and texture. Got some little embellishment pieces. And I have one of my altered photos in there. Cute, of little girls on the beach. And then we have the whale, the sea creature. See here, and this opens up. So I have I guess this is like a card, yeah. And so this opens up for some writing space in there. My avocado dyed paper. So this is another one of the pocket pages that I made out of the books that I have. This is another one of my altered photos. We've got some crackle paint on here. Another one of my embossed sea creatures. Up here, I loved this picture in my book, and so I knew I had to make this the center of one of my signatures. So we've got the boat here, and then the water with this stingray. Our buttons. This little piece of trim is just clipped on here. And then in my pocket on this side, we have some mermaids, one of my distressed photos. And this is another distressed photo that I did. Avocado paper. And then here we have some more of the altered pages. Tuck, some goodies. Music page. The other side of my dyed paper. And then another one. Got our mini page here. This is another eco-dyed paper. And this is an old music page, Storm at Sea. Here we have one of my fun sea creatures that I made with her treasure chest. And this side, I've got a belly band. The ocean is everything I want to be. Beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. Another mixed media tag. Got a book page. This is one that I did with my Rusty Bits video. Another eco-dyed paper. And I love these colors together, this magenta with the greenish color. On the other side, just put a little tuck here. And then I left this page open, but this was from, somebody had sent me from a vintage magazine, and it was very, very thin. So I wanted to make sure it didn't, fall apart. So that's what I backed it with some different papers and did the sewing around it. But again, I knew I wanted this to be the center of one of my signatures. You got the other side of my eco-dyed paper, and book page, avocado paper, another printable with a little tuck, the other side of our music page. This is the other part of my eco-dyed paper. I just love this. And then more painted paper. It's a paper bag that I thought was kind of cool to add in because it's got the blue on it. And this was just put in with my eco-dyeing process. Here we have one of my sea ladies with some fancy trim on there and a quote that says, "I crave a love that drowns oceans." We have another sea creature. Stenciling here. So this page is, I had these earrings. This is actually an earring. It was a huge disc, and I never really wore them, and I just happened to spot them, and I thought, oh my goodness, this looks like a sunset. So I had this is one of my book pages, and I cut the hole out, if you can see. So this goes through the pages, and I sewed it in there. Live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air. And then here I have the vocabulary word for shimmer. If you can see here. The see-through page. These printed papers. This is another eco-dyed paper here. And I'm not really an orange person, but I absolutely loved these orange papers. So I've got my eco-dyed paper with some more of my buttons here. Enjoy the journey. And then this has a book page that has a little quote about the sunset, Walt Whitman. mixed media tag, little tuck here. And you can see here the stenciling work and then the embossing powder that I used that has glitter in it. And this is the other side of that packing paper. I just thought it was kind of cool to add in here. And I am at the end. So this last pocket, I have a distressed photo. We have some crackle paint and things on here. And another one of my distressed photos. So this is my second beauty, and she will be in my Etsy shop if anybody is interested in her. I will probably get her listed tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed the flip through. These were so much fun to make, and thank you so much for watching.